this September. Bad blood will be settled.
This is more than personal.
The long-awaited trilogy.
There's real bad blood here.
Canelo versus Triple G. September 17th, live on DAZN pay-per-view. Visit DAZN.com.
Hey guys, this is Melissa Zad for Into Boxing, and I am so delighted to be joined by a man who needs absolutely no introduction, Mr. Anthony Yarde. How are we doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. All the better for seeing you. It's really nice for you to come out here and support the stable, the Frank Warren stable.
J Money, my stable mate, Joel, he's making his pro debut. Again, he's my sparring partner, my partner in crime, and I'm excited to see what he's going to go out there and do tomorrow.
So, in terms of the rest of the card, is there any fights in particular you're looking forward to seeing?
All of them really. I'm a fan of boxing, but the main support for me is I'm coming to support Joel in his pro debut.
How important is it, do you think, in your opinion, to have established boxers such as yourselves, people who fought at that level, making sure that they're still supporting people that are still on that upward trajectory?
I don't feel like it's really important. It's just my personality. When I was coming up, I didn't have no one, saying, "Oh yeah, come to this" or coming to support me or nothing like that. I literally started from ground upwards. I'm not saying it's not that for Joel, but it's a bit different. It's a bit different, but I'm the person in his ears. Really and truly, he don't even need no one in his ears. He's one of them kind of characters. He's got a similar character to me. He don't need no one tell him to train. He don't need no one tell him to do the right things and all them kind of things. So, my main focus today, you're going to hear me talking about Joel over and over again. But my main focus of me being here is for Joel.
What's your main focus, sorry?
Joel.
Joel, yeah?
JFK.
I love that. So obviously, we've heard lots of murmurings about what's next in your career. Things have been stalled, things have been delayed. Why don't you talk us through where you're at?
Where I'm at is that I want to fight. I've wanted to fight from months ago. After my last fight, which was December last year, we knew that the rankings was I'm mandatory I was mandatory for the WBO belt, which Joe Smith Jr. had. I agreed for them to fight because the winner of that fight, I would have got a unification belt, or I'm going to get a unification belt. So it was all set in stone. Everyone stuck to their word. So my fight was meant to be against Beterbiev early November, late October. But then everything was agreed, but he's saying he's got an injury. So I need to fight. So it's about, they haven't told us an exact date yet of when they're going to be ready. So in the meantime, I need to get a cracking with somebody.
Oh, so that's where your head's at right now, is that while Beterbiev recovers from his injury, you actually just want in the meantime fight just to keep yourself active?
100%. I've wanted to fight from before, but it's just like, remember, you have a team around you. We all know the game of boxing and how it goes. You could go in there, injuries, there's so much things that can happen in boxing, and
it's a risk.
It's always a risk. So the main thing was getting that next fight. I went out to New York when they had their fight, and I was excited. I'm like, look, yeah, cool, I'm next. Let's get it cracking. It was going to be in London as well. But again, I'm used to this. This is what happened early in my career as well. A lot of fights getting postponed, etc. I wish him a quick recovery, and waiting for them to get back to us, tell us when they're going to be ready.
It's a really exciting fight. I mean, it's always exciting to see you in the ring, let's be honest. You're a very exciting boxer to watch. But watching you against Beterbiev would be an extremely exciting fight. He's a skillful boxer, you're a skillful boxer. How do you see that fight going? What is it about your style that you think will mitigate his?
We'll have to wait and see on the night. I've always been that kind of fighter. Everyone can do the talking outside the ring. For me, it's like I'm willing to get in there with anybody, and I've shown that over and over again. I went out to Russia to fight Kovalev. This is the guy that's got the belts now. Again, he's seen in the eyes of the public as a wrecking ball. To me, he's seen as a human being who's been hit, who's been dropped before, etc. So my mentality is going in there, being the best version of myself, and just waiting for that fight to happen.
Everyone's beatable, right?
Every single person on this planet Earth.
Literally. Obviously, in your division, we recently saw a really exciting, well, not that recently anymore, but a pretty exciting domestic dust-up between Craig Richards and Joshua Buatsi. There were talks in the past of you facing Joshua Buatsi. Then there was that picture of you guys that circulated, which everyone was like, what's going on here? Is that something that could still potentially happen down the line?
Absolutely. From you're in the same weight class, the fight's always possible. He's on his path, I'm on my path. And I feel like that, I've always said that me and him both want that fight. But again, that's a bit about time off. Eddie Hearn's a master at, not fooling the public, but making the public think things that ain't absolutely true. They only came to me with that fight once they knew I had Beterbiev. Once they know I've got a massive fight coming up next. So it's about when you offer the fight, they're going to say, we offered him this much to fight. I've got unification, but Buatsi's bringing nothing to the table other than a domestic dust-up. But again, that can happen, but it's obvious. If I was one of the people that I was scared, or I'm like, okay, that's an easier fight, so let me take that route. I'm not scared of absolutely no fighter, and I've shown that time and time again, so I'm going to go for the biggest possible fight, and that's Beterbiev.
That's what makes sense for your career.
Absolutely. I'm 31 now, just turned 31,
Looking fresh as a daisy though, Anthony.
Looking fresh, flashy. So now, man, for me it's about making the most of your career and going for it. One thing I've always said from the start of my career, I don't want to be one of these fighters who say, I should have. At least I went for it. Do you get what I'm saying? With Kovalev, I have no regrets at it because I went for it. I showed myself what I'm made of. I don't really care about, I do care about the public. I care about entertaining them. But in terms of what they think, the negative thinkers, I don't really care. And that's me being out and open. I don't care. Because I'm the one in there, I'm the one going for it. And I'm a go-getter. That's how I'm built. That's how I've always been. And when there's an opportunity there, I just say thank God. And I go for it.
Do you know what? I really believe that when you have a platform and when you're accessible to the public, they're always going to have thoughts. But those thoughts don't really impact at all, actually, your career or your path or your journey. So as long as you're good, you're 100% legit in yourself, and your family and everyone close to you feel the same way, then it's all good.
Exactly. But saying that, it can. You've seen it time and time again. A lot of people, not only fighters, given to peer pressure, given to what people are saying. 9 times out of 10, I don't even hear what people are saying until someone else tells me, someone that's close to me tells me. The reason for that is because when you get involved in like the media or what people are saying, because as you get older and as you get more wise, you realise everyone's got an opinion. It don't matter how well you're doing, someone's got an opinion, which ain't a positive one. You could be winning all your fights. First round knockout, they'll say, but has he got a tank? Has he got an engine? It happened to me early in my career. I was knocking at everybody. But what's he going to be like when he gets hit on the chin? Can he go this many rounds? When I do it, they got something else to say. So it's like...
Everything comes at a cost.
Everything comes at a cost. It's just about doing what makes you happy.
Absolutely right. So in terms of, the rest of the boxing landscape, obviously we saw Joshua lose in his rematch against Usyk. We then heard Tyson Fury throw down the gauntlet. Let's fight in December. Josh's team accepted it. There's so much going on in the heavyweight division. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, whatever fight's going to happen, that's the fight that's going to happen. No one knows but these guys. Just like I'm hearing, I hope it's not true, I'm hearing that the Eubank and Conor Ben fight is off. I was upset. I'm excited for these fights. So for me, until these fights happen, like I was going to say until they're 1 day away. But even with it being 1 day away, you still can't be excited because the Clarissa Shields fight, when I got cancelled, I was upset again. So you can't until the night of the fight and until they're in the ring, they're about to get it cracking. You can't really get excited. So I don't know about all this heavyweight domestic stuff and what's happening or who should fight who or whatever. We just really want to see them all fight each other.
So if Tyson Fury is to meet Usyk in the ring, who do you think wins that fight?
Do you know, I don't know. Right now, you just can't bet against Tyson Fury based on his recent performances, based on the size of the man, the agility, and literally, it's based on the recent performances. With Usyk, again, he's fought Joshua in his last 2 fights. Stylistically, he's got the upper hand against Joshua, which has shown, because he's more of a technical boxer, etc. Fury is a lot bigger than not a lot bigger, but he's bigger than Joshua. And again, he's stylistically, he is side on, he is jittering, he is popping a jab, he is moving around a lot, similar to Usyk. So I don't think you can bet against Fury right now against any heavyweight.
I actually agree with you, and Usyk's one of my favourite boxers, but I would agree with you there. Obviously, we have Canelo and Triple G taking place this weekend. It's their trilogy fight. A lot of people are really excited to see it. A lot of people are quite on the fence because of where they're both at in their careers and Triple G being on the decline. What are your thoughts?
It's another exciting fight. People need to stop moaning.
For real, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's one of the fights that everyone wants to see again. Yeah, we've seen it twice. But again, I think what people are expecting now to see is Canelo probably win by knockout because he's just coming off of a loss to Bivol, which some people are giving him a stick for, which I don't think they should. You know, he's just daring to be great. But when you're in the eyes of the public, you got to take it. No, you ain't going nowhere. Just before I start talking about all these guys that don't really matter to me, I want to bring in Joel, JFK. He's making his pro debut tomorrow. So again, he's staring straight in the camera. That's how you know when someone's new to this.
Joel, lovely to meet you. We've heard so much about you from Anthony. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Just tomorrow. I can't wait.
It's your pro debut. It's a huge moment. It's one that you're not going to be able to repeat, you know. What are your initial thoughts?
The initial thoughts are just take it how it is, innit? Just do what I normally do. Yeah.
In terms of your amateur background, you know, how did you get on in the amateurs?
In amateurs, I've done all right. I had 12 fights. Yeah, 12 fights, same as Anthony. Yeah.
So what kind of performance can we expect to see from you tomorrow night?
That's it, he's laughing. He's waiting. If you're not there...
Just literally, just tune in.
What, you're not going to give us a little giveaway?
No, then they'll spoil it. Tune in.
You sound so much like your friend and supporter, Anthony Yarde.
That's it. Listen, in boxing, you can only wait and see. Just come to the fight. If you didn't get your tickets this time, get your tickets next time after you hear the news. And that's it. ABC 1, 2, 3.
I love that. Look, Joel, we're really excited to see you in the ring tomorrow night. Really excited that Anthony Yarde has obviously said so much about you. Really excited to see what you do. And Anthony, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for your time as well.
Always. Love. Always.